Okay, so what we are going to see is that how we can use a SQL implementation or Oracle implementation without actually installation. Okay, so what that what you will have to do is there is something called as live SQL. Okay, in Oracle. Okay, and
Hmm.
secondly, what you will have to do is that you will have to create an account in Oracle. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the two things that are required. Now there is a data there is a schema or database called as Scott. Okay, so
Hmm.
this is what we are going to use.
Hmm.
uh, so what we have done is that now one thing that you need to understand is that a database is a collection of tables, right?
Hmm.
And uh, so a particular database will have multiple tables. And in your so when I say database, it doesn't mean database server. So database simply means that it is a collection of tables. Okay, so
Hmm.
you can have multiple databases for yourself. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's say you have created database 1, database 2, like that. So database 1, database 2 both can have tables by the name table 1, table 2. Okay, so how will
Hmm.
you refer such a table? We'll refer such a table as database 1 dot table 1, right?
Oh, अच्छा अच्छा हाँ.
Right, so that's what
Hmm.
we have done here. If you see, so this is you see this is the name of the database, and this is the name of the table. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
and it has given that so if you look at the nomenclature, so select is a keyword. Okay,
Hmm.
star means that bring me all the columns from this table. Okay,
Okay. हाँ.
then see there is a color change that is happening. Do you see
Hmm.
that?
Hmm.
Right,
Select and form.
select and from, so these are your keywords. Okay,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
if you give something arbitrarily, right, let's say I write table 1. Okay, then what will happen? If I run, what will happen? It will say table or view doesn't exist. It will give an error.
Hmm.
So the table needs to be existing. Okay, so this
Okay.
is this is this is one of the things. All right, so let
Hmm.
me bring back what we had. We had spot dot emp. Okay,
Hmm.
uh, so let me run again. So few of the things first you see is that now it might be that we don't need all the tables. Okay, we don't need actually all the columns. Then what we can do is instead of star we can specify the table the columns we want. So let's say I want only emp number. Okay, and
Hmm.
let's say I want ename. This is what I
Okay.
only want. So if I want something like this, then I will just name the columns that I want, and you see it will give
Hmm.
only that.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Okay, and for
Hmm.
ease of understanding, sometimes we write like this. So these lines actually doesn't mean anything. So you can put them anywhere you want. Okay, so it is
Okay.
meaning that okay, you're first using select statement, then you have the columns, then you have a from clause, and then you have the table then. Okay, so in your select statement, actually you have multiple parts, but some of them are optional. Okay, so next what you can
Okay. हाँ.
have is something like where clause. Okay, so there is something called as where. So where will allow you to put some condition. Okay, so maybe you write that where emp number is, let's say, greater than 7,700, something like this. So before that, please check that what were the original number of rows. There are 14 rows. Okay, so now I
Hmm.
am putting a condition that bring me only those rows where this employee number is greater than 7,700. Okay, so let me
Okay.
run
अच्छा
this.
अच्छा.
Now you will see that there must be some change in the number of rows. Okay,
Hmm.
I think I should increase the font, right? You can see it.
Seventh.
Will you get? Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Seven.
now you'll see that there are only 8 rows. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is how you can use where, and it is not that you can use only one column. Okay, you can use the clauses and or over here, and can add more such conditions. Okay, and another
Hmm.
important thing is something called as order by. Okay, so as the name suggests, order by actually orders by the value. So I can do like order by, and I can do ename. Okay, now again if I run this,
Uh,
so you'll see that now it is sorted. Do you see that?
Adams AC. That.
Yes, yes. So it is now sorted.
Instead, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the anatomy of select, and this select actually comes under something called as DML. Okay. So this is called as DML, and in Oracle you can just 1 minute. Let me drop a notepad. Let me write over here. No problem. I'll delete it. So it is called as DML, and DML stands for data manipulation language.
Okay.
Uh, so it has other parts also, right? Insert, delete, update, and etc. Okay, but mainly you will be focusing on select statement. Okay, uh, so it doesn't end here. Okay, so I showed you up to order by. So there are few more clause you can put after this. Okay, so which is like you can put after this. Actually you can put something like group by. Okay, so I can group by, then I'll have to change something. So let me actually first again rewrite the query, so that will be better for you. So let's say I want to see how many employees are there in this table. So for that, what we do is we do like this: select count star from dot.emp. Okay. If I run this, it will tell me that there are 14 employees.
14
Do you see
employees. Uh-huh.
that? So now let me again do a select star. So I remember what columns are there. So you see that these columns are there, and there is something called as DPT number. So now someone has asked you that, okay, you give me in every department how many employees are there. Okay, I understand 14 employees are there. Okay, but if I want department wise employees, okay, how to go about that? So for that you have a clause like group by.
Hmm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here you have to pay attention. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write here select dpt number, comma, count star, okay, from scott.employee, group by dept number. So
So second line is DPT.
yes, yes, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Hmm.
now if I run it, just look at the result. So you have got how many rows now?
Uh,
You have got 3 rows if you see. Okay, why
three
3 rows?
rows. Huh?
Why 3 rows? Because there are 3 departments, and
Okay.
if you add this up, 6 plus 3 plus 5, how much it is? It is 14. So that means it is
Hmm.
giving you the distribution of
Okay.
these 14 employees across the departments. Okay, so this is a very powerful query. Now, one thing
Oh.
is there, that let's say I am adding something like ename over here. Okay. And
Hmm.
do you know what will happen if I add ename over here?
No. No, sir.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
because please understand, it will give an
Hmm.
error. I first let me run and show that it will give an error. Yes. So it is saying that not a group by expression. So this is the
Hmm.
most common error students make. Okay. So please understand this particular thing very carefully. So what it means is that I am using a column. Okay. I am
Hmm.
using a column where I have not applied a group by expression. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? So the meaning is that when I am grouping by DPT number, I can always look at, I can always find out uh, or select the deep for the particular department numbers. There is no problem with
Hmm.
it. But if you, if I run the earlier query again, okay, this one, right? So
Hmm.
you will see that uh, DPT number 30 has 6
Hmm.
employees. So
Okay.
if I tell ename, which ename it will return? Because it can return
Ah,
only one value.
it has multiple values.
Yes, so that's why you have to use some kind of a aggregator function whenever you are
Hmm.
using such a thing. So I can always use something like this. Let's say there was a column like salary. So I
Hmm.
can use something like this average salary. So what it will give?
Ah,
It will give,
average amount.
yes, it will give a department wise average salary. You
Hmm.
see?
Okay.
But if I don't use average salary, if I use salary, what will happen?
It will give an error.
It will give the same error that it is not a group by
Hmm.
expression.
Hmm.
So this, when I am enclosing salary within average, it is a
Hmm.
aggregation function that I'm applying. And count star by default is a aggregator function, count function. Okay. So that's
Okay.
why it is not giving any error like this. And there is something called as aliasing. Aliasing means that when you are displaying something, okay, you can use some
Hmm.
other name. So let's say I change it and say this is employee count. So I am using a keyword like as, and I am giving it a name I want. Okay, now, oh, I have to change this. Now
Average salary.
if I run this, see here the name has got changed. It is now employee underscore count. Do you see that?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
Now it is not the only aggregator function. So instead of average salary, you can always use max salary, mean salary, like that. Okay.
Hmm.
So I can use max, and if I run, so the maximum salary will come. And it is not that I have to use only one of them. I can use both of them. Okay, like this. So I can
Minimum
use
salary.
multiple aggregator function.
Okay.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right. So you have understood now that I have something like group by. We
Hmm.
still have one more component. So you have understood that there is a where, there is a order by, and then you have a group by also.
Group by.
Okay. And you can also have something like having. So what is the meaning of having? So let's say I want to only look at those departments which has count more than 4. Okay. So then what I'll do is I will write having MP count greater than 4. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So as I have defined over here only, it will not take this. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to use the original expression count star. Okay. So let
Hmm.
me run this. So now you'll see that that department which had 3 employees, that is filtered out. That is not coming.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
there is a common confusion, the common confusion is that when to use where and when to use having. So when you are using where, actually you are
Hmm.
dealing with employees. Okay.
Hmm.
When you are using having, you are actually dealing with departments.
Oh, अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा.
Okay.
Hmm.
So when you are using where, what will happen is that based on the condition, you will select some of the employees. And when you are using having, you will use the condition to select some of the departments. So
Okay.
here department is an example because we have grouped by department. We could have grouped by something else also. Okay.
Hmm.
Right. So depends on what kind of data you have got.
Hmm.
All right. So this is what is the entire anatomy of select. So let me still write it once. So the order is like this. So you have select, okay? Then you have the column names, okay? Then you have from, then you have the table name, okay? So all these are actually mandatory. Now you have where, okay? So where is actually optional. So that is often represented by the square bracket. Optional means that even if you don't write where, still work, right?
Hmm.
Means it will work means that it is a valid SQL statement. Okay. Now
Hmm.
after where, you can have, uh, after where you can have group by. This is also optional. If your query
Hmm.
has a requirement, then only will use it, otherwise it is not required. Then you have having, and finally you have order by. So these are the entire
Hmm.
entire constituents of the SQL statement. Okay.
Okay.
So now you can use it for multiple purpose, what is required. In fact, later on you will see that you will also use it for multiple tables. Okay.
Hmm.
You can want to use data from two tables. Okay, there is something called as join, which you will see later.
Okay.
Okay, so I think select is clear. Now we'll do some other small stuff. So now I want to create a table. Okay, so
Yes.
I want to create a table, and let's say I write create table. Okay? So it is very much natural language like, right? I am creating a table.
Hmm.
The syntax is also create table, and then let's say I want to give it a name student. Okay? And
Hmm.
I am now what I am going to tell is that what columns this table will have. So I will tell the name of the column. Let's say you know is ID, and I will give it a name, maybe give it the data type integer, and then I will say that it is a name, okay, and it is varchar 2. It's a 50, okay. Why this is coming still as this? Okay, so it is coming ping, so it must be some keyword. That's why I changed again the name. Okay,
Hmm.
so so this is the simple syntax. Okay, so it is creating a table student with a student ID, or maybe you can make it student roll number, right, and student name. For simplicity we can add more column, but look at the syntax, right? So you have first specified the name of the column, then the
Hmm.
data type, then you have added a comma, okay, then again the name of the column, the data type. So varchar 2 is a data type, and I will later on explain that what different types of data are there. So
Hmm.
you can just think that there are two types. One is numerical kind, where you can use int. Of course you
Hmm.
can use numeric also, because you may have some decimal points, right? So you want to store some price, so
Hmm.
that may not be
Float.
integer. Okay,
Hmm.
so you yes float, and that is called here as numeric. Okay, so I'll come to that numeric
Okay.
part
Okay.
later. And if you want to
Hmm.
store
Hmm.
something like a string, there are two options. One is character and it is varchar. Okay, so again I will go into the technical details, the difference between character and varchar later,
Hmm.
but I think you have understood that how, what is the syntax of create table. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so I don't know if I have access to create table. Yes, I have. So my table is created. Okay, so
Hmm.
right now if I do a select star from here, okay, I do a select star from student, what will happen? Do I
Hmm.
have anything here? No,
Hmm.
right? So no data found,
No data found. Huh.
right? So I can insert data here. So that is what I
Hmm.
am going to see next. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write insert into student, okay, values, and I, let's say I give 1, and let's say I give value Shumon. Okay.
Hmm.
So run this. You have made a mistake in the name of the table.
Hmm. Hmm.
It says 1 row inserted,
One row. Okay.
and I can similarly, let's say, put 2, and I can put some value Azad,
Hmm.
okay, and another row is inserted.
Okay.
Now if I want to look at select star from student, okay, so you see that there are two records here.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so we have created a table and we have understood how to insert here. Okay, now
Hmm.
so this is creation and insert. You may want to also delete. Okay, so
Hmm.
you can do delete from student, where if you don't use a where, what will happen is the entire rows that are in the table will be deleted.
Okay. Hmm.
So that is that you should be very very careful whenever you are using this delete statement. So now let's say I do is roll equal to 1. Okay, again I have missed that. Oh, it should not be, sorry, should not be delete star, it is delete from, and it is student, 1 row deleted. Okay,
Ah. Okay. Hmm.
so now uh, what we'll have to do is we'll have to I can again check, okay, that let me do select star from student. Okay, so if I run this now, so now I have only 1 row.
Hmm.
So you also understood how to delete a record from a
Did
table.
it. Hmm.
Okay, so uh, if you want to if you now want to also have a you also have a requirement that you want to uh, update something. Okay, so
Hmm.
this person's name you have mentioned as Azad, but
Hmm.
actually this is not AZAAD, but AZAAD. Okay,
Hmm. Okay.
so how do
Hmm.
I do
Hmm.
that then? I will have to update it. Okay, so this
Hmm.
is the final one of the DML statement. Okay,
Hmm.
so what I am going to do is I am going to write update. Each table I am going to update, I am going to update the student table. What I am going to do, I am going to set s name equal to, see, whenever I am using a string, look at what I am doing. I am using a quote, right?
Hmm.
But where, if I don't use
Its
a
role
where,
equals to two.
yes, s roll equal to 2. Very good.
Two.
S roll equal to 2. So here I have only 1 row. Okay. So there is no
Hmm.
problem with it, right? There
Hmm.
is no
Hmm.
problem with it because the only that row will be updated. But if you
Hmm.
don't use where, all the rows that are there in the table will be updated.
Okay.
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 So
Hmm.
now again, if I use select start from MP, okay, and not EMP, from student. Okay, so you see that
Hmm.
it is updated now.
Hmm.
Okay, so these are your important constituents of your DML statement, and this create table is actually is a DDL statement. Okay, so so I think I have shown you enough for you to do some exercises. Okay, so
Hmm.
I will just summarize what we have discussed quickly. First thing is
Hmm.
that you have two parts. One is called as DDL. The
Hmm.
DDL is data definition language. Okay.
Hmm.
And what is DML? DML
And
is
data manipulation language.
very good data manipulation language. Okay. And manipulation language has four things. One is select, another is insert, then you have got update, and you have got delete.
Delete.
And here we have so far only have understood create. Okay, so we have seen create table.
Hmm.
There are various other things we can create, and here if I want to remove a table, what I'll have to do is I'll have to drop a table.
Hmm. Hmm.
So basically, when we'll first class when we are discussing, so if you do a delete from table, what will happen is that the data will be deleted from the table, but the definition of the table will still exist in the database. Are you understanding?
Oh. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Right?
Definition. Hmm.
The
Hmm.
definition will be still be there. That is, the
Hmm.
table will still exist, but the data will not exist. So if I
Okay. Okay.
want to remove the table also, then I will have to
Hmm.
use a drop. If I use a
Acha.
drop,
Acha.
then it will remove the table as well as the data. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
So that we'll see in a later class. Now,
Okay.
what we have looked at is select statement. Okay, and we have discussed about the different parts it has got. So we have understood that you have to mention from for
Hmm.
understanding or using that from which table you are going to get the data. Okay,
Hmm.
then you have used where condition if you want to restrict the number of rows. So if you have 14 employees in the EMP table, but you want to
Hmm.
select only some of them. Okay, so for
Hmm.
that you have used the where clause. All right, and then what you can use is something called as group by. Okay, so what group by
Hmm.
does that you take some column and based on that you group the rows or group the records. So
Hmm.
in this case, the example that we saw, we were grouping by we were grouping by the departments. Okay,
Hmm.
is it clear?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now we can also filter out some of the departments by using the having clause. Okay?
Acha.
And
Acha.
after having, you can have something like order by if you want to see that in certain order. Now also there is, so this is the, when you are mentioning you have to strictly follow this order. So
Hmm.
you cannot take order by in front of group by, you cannot do that. So this is the order you will have to follow, please understand that. And
Hmm.
secondly, anytime, please understand, anytime if you want to use having, there must be group by preceding to it. So without group by,
Acha.
you cannot have a having, because having
Okay. Okay.
applies on group by. Okay, but
Okay.
you don't have any other restrictions. So you can have a where, you may not have group by, you may not have having, you may not have order by, or you may not have altogether group by and having, and you can have order by. Okay, so this
Hmm.
select and from are the mandatory parts. Okay,
Huh.
compulsory parts. this where, group by, having, order by are all optional parts. It will depend on what kind of query you are trying to solve.
Okay.
Okay. So
Hmm.
and I also explained you that group by and having are tightly coupled. So if you want to use having, you will have to use group by.
Group
There
by.
is no
Okay.
other way about it. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is the select part. Now we have also seen something like insert. Okay. So
Hmm.
we have uh, seen the simplest part. So I have seen insert into. So this is a keyword. Then I give the name of the table, and then
Hmm.
I mention values, and then we parentheses in the order I have created the table. In same order, I supply the values. Okay. So as example,
Acha.
if I would have write insert into student, and then have written, let's say, values, values, let's say, you know uh, 10, and then maybe 3. So I'm still supplying the two values, right?
Hmm.
And if I run this, so it will give me a error. See
Hmm.
what it is saying? Invalid number. Why it is saying invalid number? Because the first column of the table was a number. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you will have to use it in the same order. So now if I
Acha. Acha.
change it and make 310, okay, then hopefully it will not uh, give any issues. Okay. And also please pay attention that I am always using a semicolon, which is a statement
Hmm.
terminator in Oracle. Okay.
Okay.
So one row inserted. Okay.
Hmm.
So more so sometimes for so that you don't run into this kind of problem, you can mention the order you are inserting the value. So if I make like this, let's say, I can mention the name of the column. So I can make like stid and sname, like this. Okay.
Hmm.
And let's say I change again 4 and temp1. So now if I run this, okay, so what was the name of the column? Let me check. Do you
Hmm.
remember the name of the column? Create. Uh, oh, I changed it to S role probably, no?
Hmm. 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 Yes, I STN.
This role. Yeah. So let me run this. One row
Hmm.
inserted. So what is the
Hmm.
advantage of this? Now you can change the order also. So I can bring now S name over here. Okay. And I can put S role over here. Okay.
Hmm.
And I can use a value 5, and I can use maybe temp 2. So now see, I am changing the order. Okay.
Hmm.
Now if I run this, it will not give me any problem, because I am
Hmm.
mentioning that when you are reading the values, you understand that temp 2 actually belongs to S name, 5 actually belongs to S role. Okay.
Hmm.
So it is a good practice that you use the name of the columns like this. Okay, like you
Hmm.
give the column names, then it is not arbitrary. Okay. And
Hmm.
it can also happen that you don't have like maybe roll number right now, or maybe student name right now. Okay, so what you can do is you can now use something like this. So instead of this, you can write null. So null is a keyword, and you
Hmm.
use the roll number like this. So right now this
Okay.
student doesn't have a name.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so it is possible. All right.
Hmm.
So now let's also look at the table ones, because we have added a lot of things. And select this and run. Okay. So you
Hmm.
see that we have inserted a lot of records now. So this doesn't have a name. Do you see that?
Hmm. Hmm.
So later on, you will see that there are some constants like primary key, foreign key, and stuff like that. Null constant, not null constant. So today we will not go into that details.
Hmm.
So I hope you have understood that how
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
insert. Okay.
Hmm.
So now let's come to the other ones, which is update. So you know,
Update.
so when you are using insert and delete, okay, the number of the
Hmm.
rows in the table can potentially change, because you can insert some new records or you can delete some new records, right?
Hmm.
Whereas
Hmm.
if you are using update, then the number of rows doesn't change. Value of certain column can be changing, but
Hmm.
the number of rows that were existing before the update statement and number of rows after the update statement will be same.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is one of the critical things. And if you look at select will never be able to change anything, because you are just displaying the data, you are not changing the data, though we put it under data manipulation language. But select is often called as a query, and as you know, it is probably the most used ones uh, among all these queries. So actually the name is after this. Okay, so selects are called as the queries. Okay. uh, Now you have understood update, and you have also understood delete. Okay, and so these are your DML statements. Okay, so now let me just stop my recording.